Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. And yes, based on that preface, you've probably figured out that this video is going to be all about a condition that we call foul of the foot, also known as foot rot in dairy cattle. Now, it probably didn't take you very long to figure out why this is such an uncomfortable condition for this cow to have, but exactly how and why does this problem occur? This condition is caused by a species of bacteria known as Fusobacterium necrophorum. And it gains entry through the interdigital skin, that skin in between those two claws. By any type of small crack or break in that skin, that bacteria is able to enter and it begins to cause swelling and tissue damage. Throughout my time making videos, one of the common questions I get is, are there seasonalities to the different types of foot conditions? And when it comes to this one, there definitely is. When it comes to house cattle, we see more of it in the spring and fall when we have those transitions into and out of freezing temperatures. When it comes to pasture cattle, we see it more when we get the rainy season where it's more muddy, things like that. And I think it all has to do with the vulnerability of that interdigital skin. Anytime a cow's in a situation where that skin can be compromised, that's when this bacteria can have a chance to enter that and cause problems. This particular bacteria doesn't focus just on cattle. In fact, it causes problems in other hoofed animals as well, including sheep, goats, and is even responsible for what we know as thrush in horses. What it does need to thrive, though, is an anaerobic environment, and the hooves of animals is a perfect place for that to happen. In order to treat this, we're going to take a two-pronged approach. First of all, we're obviously going to clean this area really well, get all the dirt and debris and tissue out of there to make sure we don't create an anaerobic environment. But the most important thing we're going to do, and one of the only times we really use a systemic antibiotic to treat foot issues, is with this one right here. Now, as a hoof trimmer, I'm not allowed to administer any systemic antibiotics. That can only be done by the farmer, the farm workers, or a vet. In my case, all I can do here is do the cleaning part, and the farmers, they can handle the rest. This is one of those instances where I use a copious amount of chlorhexidine to clean this area, not just for its antiseptic properties, but to irrigate that area, make sure we get all that debris out of there. I really want to make sure this is clean as I can get it before I put that treatment on so we have the best chance of success killing it topically. Once I've gotten it cleaned out the way I want it, that's when I apply the salicylic acid. That's going to do a couple of different things here. Obviously, it's going to clear up the remaining bacteria that are there, but almost more importantly in this case is it's going to act as an exfoliant to help remove some of those dead skin cells that might still be there. Now you'll notice as I'm wrapping this, I'm putting more wrap on than I usually do. Not because I want this to be on tighter, but because I want it to stay on a little bit longer, a little bit more protection to keep that powder in place. I still want to keep this loose. On the next trim I'm going to show you here, you'll be able to see exactly how loose I keep that. I just want it to hold the product there, but I don't want it to restrict any blood flow. Now, this particular case is on a back foot, and this is on a different farm, which lends itself to that seasonality that I was talking about earlier. Both of these cases I found in the same week. You can see they both have those same symptoms. Got a puffy foot, we've got that interdigital skin area that's irritated, and we're going to treat this one just the same way we did the other one. Thoroughly clean it, make sure we get all of that out of there, and make sure we can get that treatment in place. And same situation here, the farmer would treat this systemically with some antibiotics as well. You'll notice as I'm putting this wrap on, I'm not stretching it tight. I'm just holding it in place, basically. I just want it on there. You'll see here in a minute, I'll be able to slide my fingers in behind this wrap real loose. I don't want any constriction whatsoever here. I wanted this nice and loose just to hold that product in place is all I needed to do. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.